And welcome to It's All Black and White TV, and of course it's the World Cup Roundup show. So today was the last of the two second round matches to be played today between Morocco and Spain and Portugal and Switzerland. So guys, we will get into those in just one moment. And first of all, I'm going to play this. If you like what you see, then please hit the like button, as it makes the channel more visible in the search. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, as it helps the channel grow and it's free to do. Finally, hit the bell button. That will notify you when I'm live or put a pre-recorded video on and any upcoming shows. Thank you very much. So guys, as I say, the likes really help the channel up the search settings and people find it more easy as well. And to subscribe. I'm only 41 away now from 200, so that's a nice achievement for my next milestone. So yeah, guys, subscribing helps grow the channel as well. So I've got some comments before I get into the game. So Niall, good evening to you, Niall. He says, big ups Tony Boy, what a game, and big ups to Morocco. Absolutely, we're going to come on to those games in just one moment. Davey says, good evening, Davey, hope you're well, mate. And Niall says, boom, 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 love that intro, legendary. Yeah, it is, it's good, isn't it? I mean, fans singing the Bladen races, and can't get done for copyright either. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, and believe it or not, I made the intro myself, and the outros myself as well. So yeah, considering I'm not really good at stuff like that, I didn't do too bad. But yeah, guys. So I mean, like I say, today was the last two of the second round ties to go ahead today before we get properly into the quarterfinals at the weekend. So the first game up today was Morocco versus Spain. Now, this was a 3 p.m. kickoff UK time, 6 p.m. in Qatar. I was at work at the time when this was on, but when I came out at 4:30, I saw it was still 0-0. And it was heading towards extra time then. And when I got home, it was in extra time, so I managed to watch it. Obviously, Morocco have defended for their lives, basically. They've defended stoutly and very strongly as well. And but Spain tried everything, just couldn't get past that stubborn Moroccan defence. And then obviously they brought on a substitute as well at the end of the game, and his shot, don't know if he was meant to cross or shot or whatever it was, but it clipped the post, didn't it? And you could see the anguish on his face, and he must have thought, oh, I probably should have scored that. But then, you probably thought going to penalties, possibly Spain were favourite in the penalty shootout. But that wasn't the case, was it? So, I mean, the first one, we saw the Moroccan player go up and calmly put his penalty away. Spain then went up and took their penalty, missed it. Hitting the post, and that was the guy who hit the post as well in extra time. So he hit the post. Then Morocco went up, got the second penalty, scored. Hakam Ziyech scored. Then they went up, Spain, missed their penalty. So they missed their penalty, saved by the goalkeeper. Then the third Moroccan player went up, and you thought, right, if they score this, that's 3-0. If Spain miss another penalty, they've gone. He went up. Wasn't a great penalty, and Unai Simon managed to get his hands to it and save it. Then Spain's Sergio Busquets went up and stepped up for a penalty. His penalty was saved. Poor penalty from him, to be fair. And then the match, then Ashraf Hakimi then went up, who plays for Real Madrid as well. Raised in Madrid, and plays for Paris Saint-Germain. And he done the Panenka on the penalty and coolly put it in the back of the net, down the middle. 3-0, good night Spain. Morocco now going to the quarterfinals. Absolutely tremendous achievement from Morocco to get there. Probably nobody gave them a chance of even getting out of the group when they had Belgium in that group as well as Croatia. But it just shows you Belgium weren't really there with it this tournament, and Morocco's 2-0 win against them and 2-1 win against them, 0-0 against Croatia has really helped them out. And it's the first time they've got that far as well. They've never ever been to a quarter final of a World Cup, so that is a really, really cracking achievement from Morocco. Spain looked poor. From a team that went into the first game against Costa Rica and strolled at 7-0, you automatically thought, wow, Spain are back and they're going to be a real threat in this tournament. And to be fair, they really haven't been that much of a threat. So I think Spain are going back home tomorrow, while Morocco extend their stay in Qatar. So yeah, let's just see what happens. But so Morocco advanced to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. So I'm just going to move into here in a moment and then get into some comments as well. Fabio tweeting that we are trying to sign Romano. Who's Romano? Sorry, am I missing something here? Or... I'm not sure who Romano is, but I'll try and think. Davey says, great job, Tony. Thanks very much, Davey. Thank you. Lewis says, that was a shock. Yeah, it was. I mean, nobody expected it, did they? But do you know what? They did so well. Did Spain and... Morocco did so well to keep Spain out. And then to go and win it on penalties, absolutely fantastic. And, you know, Bono's a legend, not just for you two, but also on the goal for Morocco, only. Had to get that one in. Morocco only let one goal in before the pens. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Listen to the game on the way home to Van, says Davey. Yeah. Paul says, saw your video about PIF summing up. Just look at the post from Mia Dad from today. It shows the Saudis are committed. And I'm sure the Glazers all want other Americans to come in. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. There is no way. There's no way PIF are selling the club. Why would they? When they're getting all the sponsorship in, they've brought all these different people into the club. They've spent money on the playing staff, and they want to see us succeed. So why would they want to up sticks and go to another club? It wouldn't make sense, and it would cost them more money to do it, to be fair, because they would have to get a decent price for us and to help make up for what they have sold, for what they have brought in and things like that. So they'll have to make all that up. And then to sell the club first, then they can go in and try and buy Man United. But to be honest, I don't think they would bother. It's not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. And Leslie says, evening, sorry I'm late. No, you're absolutely fine. We've only been on 10 minutes, Leslie. And we just talked about the Spain game. Absolutely brilliant. And, you know, Spain can't complain. Yes, they had a good first game, but after that they've been pretty average and pretty poor, and they're on a rebuild. Oliver B, hi Oliver, I hope you're well, mate. He says, let's hope PIF put a statement out to stop this bullshit. Yeah, maybe they will do, or maybe with PIF, maybe they're just looking at the fact that can they take any legal action and probably don't want to publicly come out and say anything. So maybe they're looking at legal action behind the scenes, which would be the case if that is the way they're doing it. And yeah, let's just see. Evening, Leslie. Check Fabrizio has tweeted said nothing about Newcastle. Okay, Paul, thank you for that. And hi, Davey, says Leslie. Yeah, so guys, I mean, yeah, let's hope. But I think behind the scenes, maybe they are just looking at it. Oh, Davey says typo should have been Ramos. Oh, Ramos. Yes, we did. We did look at Ramos, didn't we, back in the summer? but nothing come of it. I mean, that hat-trick tonight, does that push his price up now as well? I mean, he comes in for Ronaldo and scores a hat-trick. Now that proves a point that Ronaldo doesn't get back in, does he? So let's see. Ronaldo's finished in my eyes, I think, but I think this will be the last time we'll see Ronaldo in the Portugal shirt after this World Cup. And then hopefully it's not too long before he hangs his boots up in football. I think the guy should retire now, to be fair, after this World Cup. So, but who knows? So, yeah. So we go on to the second game tonight. And it's Portugal versus Switzerland. And we saw Fabian Schär starting from Newcastle for Switzerland at centre back tonight. And so Portugal get off to the perfect start. After 17 minutes, former Toon target Goncalo Ramos of Benfica scores after 17 minutes, who's replaced Ronaldo. And then on 33 minutes, Pepe thunders in number 2 to put them 2-0 up against Switzerland and becomes the second eldest goal scorer in the World Cup behind the great Roger Milla, who played for Cameroon. So Pepe is 39. And then at half time it was 2-0 Portugal. Second half comes, then Guerreiro scores to make it 3-0 to Portugal. Akanji then scores, the Man City defender, 3 minutes later to pull one back. It's then 3-1. And then on 51 minutes, up steps Ramos again to get his second of the game and Portugal's fourth. Makes it 4-1 Portugal. And then in 67 minutes, Goncalo Ramos completes his hat-trick. Assist from João Felix. Thank you very much, he says. 5-1. And game's well and truly over by then. And also in all that, in between those goals, Fabian Schär received a yellow card, which meant he missed the next game, but he won't be missing the next game because Switzerland aren't going any further. Then in 92nd minute, I mean, Ronaldo had a goal disallowed, didn't he, for an offside. Then 92nd minute, Rafael Leão scored the 6th. So the final score in this game is Portugal 6, Switzerland 1. So Portugal now go on to play Morocco in the quarterfinal on Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. So that's going to be an interesting game. But I think Portugal may find it a little bit tougher against Morocco because they do defend very, very well. And seeing the way they defend Morocco, it reminds you of like when you see a smaller team in an FA Cup playing, they sort of just have that mentality of defending. So I'm just going to go into the chat to see what else we've got in here as well. Chaz says, hey all you lovely people. Hey Tony. Hi Chaz. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you very much. Matt says, good day Tony and chat. Ask good day to you, Matt. Hope you're well, mate. And everybody talking to each other there. And then Paul says, Ronaldo to Messi final and Messi to win. Well, that depends, Paul. I mean, we could be France and we could beat Portugal and get to the final. But then Morocco could beat Portugal and be in the semi-final against us. So who knows? I mean, it's an interesting World Cup, this one, that's for sure. And Chaz with a smiley face. I mean, yeah, guys, so now it's an interesting World Cup now because we are now getting more and more towards the end of the we're getting to the business end of things now, and the finishing line's in reach now. So coming up on Friday, 3 p.m, Croatia versus Brazil in the quarterfinal, and in the other quarterfinal at 7 p.m. UK time is Holland versus Argentina. Now that'll be a cracking game as well between two great nations there as well. So yeah, they're two good games to look for. And then on Saturday, Morocco play Portugal at 3 p.m. That could go either way. Depends how Morocco play. And then 7 p.m. is the big match. That's England versus France. And it's the first time England have ever played France in a knockout round in the World Cup or Euros. So there we go. I mean, that's massive, that game. And Mbappe has missed training apparently, but well, that's just a bit of chronology, maybe from Didier Deschamps. Well, we shall see. Leslie says, yes, I'm fine, Chaz. Getting ready to see my son in Hong Kong on Sunday. I'm hoping that I can find streams for our games while I'm out there. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be televised there. I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine with that, Leslie. Because the World Cup, they love to televise that. But yeah, I mean, so now it's shaping up to be a great the World Cup. I mean, guys, get your comments in the chat. Friday's games, Croatia, Brazil, Netherlands, Argentina. Who's going to the semi-finals on them ones? Put your comments in. I personally think it'll be Argentina, Brazil semi-final. But you guys, have your say. Who do you think will be in that first semi-final on Friday after the 2 rounds of games? Well, I'm sticking my neck on the line there, and I'm going Brazil and Argentina. I think that would be a cracking semi-final and a half, wouldn't it? So yeah, let's see. I mean, this World Cup threw up a lot of shocks, and yeah, it's just been absolutely fantastic, this World Cup. Yes, we might not agree where the World Cup's being held, but in terms of the variety of shocks we've had in it, this what makes it more interesting. You see good teams like Belgium going out. You see Germany going out. You know, big teams going out the World Cup early. Spain have gone now. They've joined that list. It's just absolutely fascinating. And yeah, it's just, this is where we get to that, like I say, that latter stage now. And I think we can, I still think we can beat France on Saturday, as long as we keep them quiet and Mbappe. Because their defence, we can get at their defence. Their defence ain't that strong. So they won't fancy facing the likes of Bellingham. That's for sure. So yeah, we should be all right on Saturday. But we've got to play well as well to beat France. And if we beat France, that shows a statement of intent as well. Jess says, Les, that's great. I'm sure you're looking forward to it, but I'm sure you'll find streams out there, if not the Rovers VPN. Yeah, absolutely. Paul says, the Argentina fans seem to have been the best on the matches I've watched. Yeah, they have. They've been absolutely terrific, the Argentinian fans, and I mean, they've done very well. I mean, I have enjoyed the World Cup, I must admit. It's been a breath of fresh air. It's a shame it's in the middle of a season, though. But then one thing it does help is that we've had a break, so we're able to get players that were injured, get them fit again, and get them firing for when we start again back in December. Well, later this month, so in a couple of weeks' time. So that's the aim about it. I mean, 3 weeks tomorrow we play. We play against. Or is it 2 weeks tomorrow? Sorry, it might be 2 weeks tomorrow. I think it is. Yeah, we play against Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup. So that's not that far away. So we're going to have our normal football back as well. I have been urged to when this all finishes the World Cup, to carry on doing a Premier League roundup at night. So by being asked that, and Chess is one of the people that asked me that, I am going to do a Premier League roundup show as well. So keep your eyes out for that one, folks. And I will put that in there. Paul says, it's our defence that's the worry against France. Yeah, especially the left side, Paul. I mean, if you look against Senegal, Shaw was a bit exposed. And he then exposed Harry Maguire as well at times. But there again, France will not get the space that Poland gave them, especially Mbappe. He will not get that sort of space against us. So it'll be a totally different game. It'll be a harder game for France than it was against Poland the other day. I thought Poland just haven't really shown up in this tournament, and Lewandowski just disappoints. It's just disappointing to me because I think he's a terrific striker, but he's not really set this World Cup alight, has he? So, yeah, I mean, it's been a strange one, as I say. We've had so many different shocks. Japan got through; they got knocked out last night, the night before. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, Japan did well to get where they were, and but unfortunately they went yesterday, and they went on the dreaded penalties. And Korea. Now this is what gets me. Now people are saying on the news and everything, "Oh, isn't it great that? Isn't this fantastic that we've got France there." Brazil now. Brazil are firing because of beat Korea 4-1. They look absolutely brilliant. They look like the Brazil of old. And then you think, well, hang on a minute. What about England? Brazil have beat a poor, no disrespect to Korea, but they're not that great of a side. And I think they were a bit overwhelmed that they even got the second round. But if you look at our game against Senegal, we were probably much better in playing our football because they pressed us, but we did well against them and we controlled that game. And we could have won by more, to be fair. But if that was Brazil who had beat Senegal 3-0, they would be waxing lyrical about Brazil and saying, oh yeah, great, great, great. But they don't. But because it's England, they don't want to say anything. Chess says, looking forward to late night Premier League roundups, Tony, mate. I'll definitely support you as well as we're all, Alex. Lovely. Thank you very much for your support, guys. Yeah, I really appreciate it. That penalty, what penalty Brazil got was shocking. To be honest, I didn't see it. I didn't get until late, so I didn't see the penalty. But by what I've half heard, it should never have been a penalty, apparently. But they got it, and but yeah, it's not great at all. And Ches says, yeah, Paul, that penalty makes Premier League officiating look half decent. Oh well, if that's how it was, like, it must have been bad then. But yeah, we're looking forward to the quarterfinals now at the weekend. And I'm hoping for an entertaining game against France. As long as we put the effort in, win, lose or draw, as long as the effort's there, I'll be happy with the guys if they play well. But hopefully we can beat France and we get to the next round, to the semis. And then who knows, we might make up for the last time we went to the World Cup and get the final this time. But what I would like to do is, what I would love from England is, let's go out there, let's win the World Cup. Because the only reason I'm saying let's win the World Cup and let's ram it down Infantino's throat that we've won the World Cup after the way he treated us over the One Love armband and sending the heavy mob to the England hotel to see you can't do this and you can't do that. Because I'll tell you now, I bet he will hate handing us winners' medals out. Because on the outside he might look happy and smiley, but on the inside he'll be absolutely seething inside. So go out there, England, go win the World Cup just to really push the pressure on him as well. But yeah, guys, I mean, I've got shows coming up this week. And tomorrow it's the Dynamic Duo with me and John again. So we're back tomorrow for our weekly show as normal. Thursday, I'm probably gonna bring the fan zone back on Thursday. So keep an eye out for that. Because we've got no games till Friday, have we? Paul says, just think in my lifetime I met to get to see England win the World Cup and Newcastle win the league. Yeah, you may well do. I mean, England's got as much chance to win that World Cup as anybody has. And England's played quite well in this tournament. And remember, we're the top scorers in the tournament as well. And, I mean, it's gonna be very, very interesting, that's for sure. But like I say, we're top scorers in the World Cup. 12 goals we've scored. We've done really well. Let's carry it on. Jez says, I would love it if Infantino's one to hand out the medals to England. Yeah, I would as well. I think it would be absolutely fantastic. It would really, really wind him up, I think, as well, to be fair. And then on Friday's show, I'm going to do a preview show. Saturday, there'll be a warm-up show at 5:30. And then there'll be a roundup at 9:30 on the Saturday night for the World Cup quarterfinals. And there'll be a roundup on Friday night as well after the 2 quarterfinals. So sorry, Friday and Saturday you'll have roundups at 9:30 at night. Very good evening, Tony, says Paul. Very good evening to you, mate. I hope you're very well. And thank you for your shout outs, mate. Much appreciated. But yeah, I mean, the World Cup's getting down and dwindling now, isn't it? And it's getting down to the last 8 teams in it now. And I mean, if somebody had said to me Morocco would have been in the quarterfinals of the World Cup, I would have just said, nah, I don't think so. I mean, what would the odds have been at the beginning of that? If you'd put a bet on for Morocco to reach the quarterfinals, I mean, I bet that was something like 80 or 100 to 1, something stupid like that. Because it would have been some crazy odds for them to get to the quarterfinals. But an amazing achievement by Morocco. I mean, absolutely fantastic. And to beat Spain on penalties as well. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Paul says, just want to say the Spanish young players are more overrated than the English players. What makes the Spanish players look good is Barca and Madrid. Yes, I totally see your point. Absolutely, mate. I mean, yes, they've got some good young players, and yes, they thrashed Costa Rica 7-0. You thought in that first game, yes, Spain are back. They're back with a bang. And how wrong were we? They were absolutely dreadful. I mean, they got a draw with Germany. Again, they got a bit cocksure because they were 1-0 up. They made some substitutions. It then just made Germany come into the game, and Germany got an equaliser. Then against Japan, they got beat off Japan, and nearly ended up. It nearly ended up where Spain went out the tournament because Costa Rica were winning against Germany at one point. And if Costa Rica held on and beat Germany, Spain would have gone in the last round, so they were lucky to get the second round, Spain. But well done to Morocco. I knew it would be a tough game for Spain against Morocco today because Morocco have played really well. And I watched their game against Belgium, and they were terrific against Belgium. Belgium had chances in that game, but Belgium need an overhaul now. And I think they're going to be a while before they're back. And I think they're going to drop down the rankings a bit now, especially going out in the first round as well. So Belgium will really be dropping down the rankings. They'll probably drop a few places, I would imagine. They're second at the moment, but they won't be there after the World Cup, that's for sure. If you like what you see, then please hit the like button, as it makes the channel more visible in the search. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, as it helps the channel grow and it's free to do. Finally, hit the bell button. That will notify you when I'm live or put a pre-recorded video on and any upcoming shows. Thank you very much. Yeah, guys, so yeah, hitting those likes really does send it up the search settings and makes people find the channel a little more easier, and subscribing helps grow the channel. I'm 41 away now from the magic 200 figure, so that would be a nice achievement if that happened by Christmas. Who knows? Paul says, 5 likes going to share. Tony gets some in chat. Thanks very much, Paul. Thank you, mate. And Paul Stone says, that left back who plays for them and PSG is a decent player. Yes, he is. His penalty was superb, wasn't it? I mean, gosh, what a penalty that was. I mean, terrific penalty from him as well. I mean, just sublime the way he hit it, wasn't it? You know, the way he done the Panenka and just popped it in. I mean, Ashraf Hakimi, yeah. I mean, has he been learning a bit off Mbappe maybe? Because they're both at PSG together. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Chess says, glad you tweeted about us sorting out Tony, although their apology was kind of weird. Warn you against things you've never been guilty of in the first place. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely, Ches. I don't know. I just don't get it with Twitter sometimes. I mean, I've reported stuff on there, and I just get told, "Oh, it's not against the guidelines," and I'm like, "All right, okay, then that's fair enough." But why is it not against the guidelines? Surely, trolling, bullying, racism. Surely that is against the guidelines. But nothing ever gets flagged up about it. And as I said, it's not just that you see on there, but you see all sorts on there. There's nudity on there. How did they get away with that? I mean, there's kids go on Twitter. I mean, it's just beggars belief how they get away with all that on there. Why isn't that stopped? You know. So I just don't get it. But it's sorted now, and that's the main thing. And everything's normal as it can be now on Twitter. So yeah. But yeah, I'm pleased it's all sorted out, and they've quickly resolved it for me. So yeah. So there won't be any World Cup roundup tomorrow night or Thursday night, but it will be back Friday night because we got no games on the World Cup now until Friday now. Seems a bit strange, doesn't it? Because we're going from like 3 games a day, then to 2 games, and now we're going down to like waiting a few days apart for games now. So yeah. Paul says Twitter is the worst, full of porn and all sorts on that platform. Yeah, absolutely. Should be some sort of filter there. I mean, you see women putting pictures on there of themselves with their body parts out, and it's like, why? Are they do it for attention? They're doing it for getting extra likes, maybe extra followers, trying to get their followers up. To me, it's one, it's asking for trouble, and two, it's just, why put yourself in that position on there anyway? And yeah, like I say, not great, but hopefully they may clamp down on that in the future. But will they? I doubt it very much. But we shall see. But yeah, it's been another interesting day at the World Cup, and Newcastle have got a friendly in Saudi Arabia on Thursday, which is apparently live on the NUFC TV, NUFC website at 5 p.m. So if you can tune in for that one, then certainly tune in for that and see the friendly that they're playing. I think it's Al Nassr they're playing. And yeah, that's an interesting one. And then also they've got then they come back, and then they've got a one against Rayo Vallecano the weekend before we go back to playing Bournemouth. So yeah, lots of interesting ones to come around games wise. Chess says we have a game tomorrow apparently which will be televised on the Newcastle website. Looking forward to seeing our lads again. I was told it was Thursday, unless it is tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll double check with that one, but I'm sure. I'm sure it was Thursday, but I'll find out, guys. I'll just have a quick look now. I'll just check the website and see what they say. We're playing Al Hilal, sorry. Not Al Nassr, Al Hilal. So on the 8th of December, which is, Thursday, at the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium. So that's on Thursday. And they've still got tickets for that game. But yeah, that's on Thursday. So Paul says, after the World Cup, I have nothing to watch as I'm still work from home. Yeah, I know the feeling, mate. It's weird because we had games at 10, 1, 4, 7, and it was brilliant, wasn't it? 4 games a day. Madness. Dave, enjoy Hong Kong, Leslie. And he says, yeah, no, sorry, that's Thursday. My apologies. Yeah, absolutely, mate. No worries. Sorted, Tony. Thanks, Paul, mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you so much. But yeah, I mean, look forward to seeing them play on Thursday. Hopefully we get a win, but it's not all about the win. It's just about getting the players' fitness back up as well. And but we shall see. And at least we've got players back now from injury, likes of Isak, likes of Botman, who went off injured against Chelsea. Didn't look too great, did he? But seems like he's okay now. And I wonder now that Switzerland are under Fabian Schär will just fly straight from Qatar tomorrow, straight over to Saudi and join up with the lads, maybe. Or will Eddie Howe just say to him, look, don't come here, just go and have a few days off or whatever, or a week off or what, you know. But Schär might say, I just want to come to the training camp with everybody and be there. So you might want to be there. So let's see. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. And I just can't wait. I just can't wait for the season to restart again and we just need to get back in that mode. And hopefully our players will all be back to play in that season. I hope none of them are rested because of this World Cup. I mean, this is the worst thing about having the World Cup. Let's see. Paul says, I think I'm on 177, Tony, subscribers on my channel. Top man, mate. Well done. Fantastic. You'll hit the 200 soon there, Paul, I should think. Thanks, Davey. Paul says, finally got me new tops on the club. I ordered them 82 home shirt, but not keen on the massive badge in the middle. It definitely looks better on the website. Yeah, I know the one you mean, yeah. Yeah. But they're a lovely shirt though, that's the thing. And yeah, like you say, they look different on the web. They look better on the website, don't they, than when you actually see them, but strange how they do it. But let's hope next season we get rid of Castor and we get somebody new finally, and like an Adidas or someone like that. And let's see what happens. But yeah. So I'll just do. And one thing that was spoken about today as well is the PSG owner's been talking as well, and he was asked about this guy, Jude Bellingham, and were asking him would he be interested in having him at PSG, and he said, I would love Jude Bellingham at PSG, but he says I think everybody wants Jude Bellingham, so it's going to be hard to get a hold of Jude Bellingham. He said England are very lucky to have this player. He's fantastic. He said skillful. He says one of the best young players in the World Cup, if not the best. He said, but, he says, while we're talking about where he's going to go, he still is at a club at the moment, and we've got to respect that club as well. So, yeah, absolutely. You can't just say, because he's at that club, you can't go talking to transfer up because the club haven't officially said he's for sale or anything. So, yeah. But I think this guy's been terrific. He's a terrific player, and I really like him. I would have him at the Toon without a shadow of a doubt. Paul says, also got the training top with the badge on that, and the top is lovely with the Saudi top again. As me puppy got hold of the one I bought previously and ripped it up. Oh gosh, no way. I mean, yeah, I've got the training top. Which one you got, Paul? You got the blue one, because I've got the black one. And that's nice, the black one. And Paul says Xbox Series X FIFA 22. Nice one, mate. Chaz says Bellingham doesn't seem to like the kind of bloke to go to PSG. He seems to be chosen as a footballer over money. Remember, he rejected Man United. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't want him going to Ligue 1. I would rather him go somewhere like Spain, somewhere like that, Real Madrid. He may do very well there. Sefton's in the house. What have I missed today? Someone in the work told me the rumours are Piff are selling up wine. There was a story came out this morning. I did put it on our WhatsApp chat. But basically, to me, they would have to sell us first. Before then, they could go into negotiations by Man United. And if they were going to sell us, it would probably take a long while to sell us. And I don't think they're going to do that. Not with the sponsorships they're bringing in. And also the fact is, the people have brought in and the players as well and what they've done with the club. So I can't see it happening. It's just people are jealous of where we are. That's the problem, Sefton, because we're doing so well and they're just trying to stop us. That's all. Paul says the one they wore against Brighton. Oh yes, that one with the landmarks on. Yeah, absolutely. I love that one. It's a nice top. That reminds me of the goalkeeper top as well that Shaq used to wear. Jess says, hey, it's a non-story, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Sefton, I did put a video out this afternoon on it. It's about an 8-minute video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. If anybody hasn't seen my video, go and check it out. I put a video out this afternoon about the PIF and I sort of explain a few things in that video as well. So if you haven't seen it after the show, please check it out. Hit a like on it as well, please. Absolutely fantastic. Jesse, the story's been debunked by Manchester Evening News. Yeah, absolutely. And Sefton United. Paul. Yeah, guys. So, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. It really does help the channel up the search settings and the channel is found more easily as well. Also, if you're brand new to my channel as well, then please hit the subscribe button. That's free to do so and helps the channel grow. Also, hitting the bell notification will notify you when I'm live, have a pre-recorded video on, or any upcoming shows that are coming up as well. So please do that as well. Thank you very much. But yeah, like I say, we've had another interesting day in the World Cup. Sefton's just come in. So Sefton, Morocco beat Spain 3-0 on penalties. Yes, you heard that right. Spain lost 3-0 on penalties. And Goncalo Ramos, who we were looking at in the summer from Benfica, replaces Ronaldo for Portugal tonight in the lineup and scores a hat-trick as Poland run riot and beat Switzerland by 6-1. He says, just noticed Spain was out. Paul says, hi Sefton Mag, bloody cold mate. And Sefton says, wow. Yeah, Spain, wow. Considering Spain won 7-0 their first game against Costa Rica and they're gone now. Amazing. This World Cup is well open. We can beat France. It's in our hands then to get to the final. So, yeah, absolutely. Sefton says 6-1. Yes, 6-1 Sefton. Yeah, absolutely. That was the score, 6-1. Even Ronaldo scored when he came on as a sub, but it was offside. So, yeah, but 6-1. Switzerland must have been really poor tonight. Or Portugal must have been on fire. One of the two. But as Paul says, Spain thought they could walk it. Yeah, absolutely. And Paul says, did you see that Bruno got Shearer some tickets to the Brazil game? No, I didn't see that, but brilliant. Oh, that's fantastic. Excellent. 4 games to go, says Paul. Yeah, but Sefton says, I'll watch it later. And yes, Paul, I took half an hour to unfreeze the car. Gosh. That's Paul for real. That's amazing. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely amazing that. I mean, I don't understand the Brazil fans, why some of them are questioning why Bruno's in the team. And then I just think, why is he being targeted like this? And there doesn't seem to be any harmony there. So it's a difficult one. But I think Bruno's a terrific player, and I don't know why he's in that. Why he's not getting ahead of Fred in that team, if I'm honest. But you know what? In some ways, I really don't care if he's not playing, because I'm being selfish here, because I'd rather he was fit for us. I don't want him playing games and then getting injured and then being out. So at least if he's not playing, he's still going to be fit. and it means when he comes back to play for us, he'll be raring to go. So in some ways, I don't mind him not being in the team. So that's even better. Yeah, he posted on Twitter and Bruno replied about being one big family. Oh, brilliant. I like that. Big up to Bruno. Big him up. Paul says, hi, Stefan. Turn the car and leave the blower on for 10 minutes. Yeah, that's what I have to do sometimes in the mornings because it's just, and to get the car warmed up as well. Paul, love it, mate. Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, we're due snow next week, aren't we, supposedly? So, and it is winter after all. So, could we see a white Christmas? Who knows? But let's hope we see a black and white Christmas because we want to see the black and white Christmas come back on Boxing Day and just go boom and stay in that top four and see who we bring in January. Sefton says, my apologies, I'm getting changed and walking around with my iPad. I hope you're decent, by the way. And Paul says, if England play to our strength, we win simple. Yeah, we just got to make sure we play the game simple, stop their attacks and stifle their attacks, target their defence and Lloris, and we could win that game all day. Absolutely. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, we can win that game. So let's hope we do that. But we shall see. If you like what you see, then please hit the like button as it makes the channel more visible in the search. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button as it helps the channel grow and it's free to do. Finally, hit the bell button. That will notify you when I'm live or put a pre-recorded video on and any upcoming shows. Thank you very much. Yeah, guys. So I'm just about to be wrapping up, but I will tell you some shows coming up this week. I got a bit tongue-tied there. Yeah, so tomorrow night it's 7 p.m. back with the Dynamic Duo with me and John. So please tune in for that at 7 p.m. Then on Thursday, I'm thinking I'm coming back with the Fan Zone on Thursday. So please join in for that. A time to be decided. Then on Friday, I will probably do an England-France preview. And then there'll be the World Cup roundup at 9:30 after the two quarterfinals, which feature Croatia, Brazil at 3 p.m. and Holland and Argentina at 7 p.m. Saturday, there will be a warm-up show at 5:30 p.m. for the England game with the team lineups and analysis ahead of the game. And also a roundup at 9:30 after the games between Morocco and Portugal, and obviously England versus France as well, guys. So plenty to look forward to on It's All Black and White TV. Any games tomorrow? No games tomorrow, Sefton. It's all finished till Friday now, the World Cup. 2 games, I think, says Paul. No, mate, they're all off now. That's it till Friday. Shocked about Spain. Yeah, well, nothing shocks me in this World Cup. Cheers, take care, everyone, and rest well. Cheers, Tony. No problem, mate. Thanks very much for coming on. And if I don't see you again this week, let's have fun in Hong Kong and enjoy your time with your son. So, yeah, guys, I mean, we've had another terrific show again, and yeah. So, from me, stay safe, everybody, and enjoy the rest of the evening, whatever you're doing, or daytime if you're Matt, because he's in Australia, so obviously it's daytime there. But enjoy what you're doing, and yeah, catch me on the next show. That's back tomorrow, as I say, at 7 p.m, which will be the Dynamic Duo. But until then, it's adios for now, and it's adios for Spain tomorrow because they're going back home. Bye bye for now, guys. Bye bye.